Guess what we're doing today? Thanksgiving is right around the corner, so we thought this would be the perfect time to make some Thanksgiving Day dinner treats for dogs. Basically, we're gonna make Thanksgiving Day dinner into a cookie for dogs. Let's get to it. That is right, we are going to basically take Thanksgiving dinner and turn it into a cookie for the dogs. We thought this would be fun. This is something you can do with some of your leftover Thanksgiving items, or you can do ahead of time if you want as well. As always, you guys, if you're new to this channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, click that bell to turn on all notifications, and if you want to see even more of our treat videos, there will be links up in the cards and down in the video description below. Let's get to it. Before I forget, preheat your oven to 350. So the first thing we're going to need is about a half a cup of cranberries. Now what I did is I cut them all in half and then I rinsed them in a strainer to wash out the seeds. So we're gonna take a half a cup of cranberries and kind of cut them up. Think the dogs will eat cranberries? Let's find out. Would you like a cranberry? You're like, oh, I would. Of course Memphis eats it. Oakley, do you like a little piece of cranberry? Yeah? Oakley says that's pretty good. Here's Miss Shelby and no. She's like, there's no dip. I'm not eating that. So for now, we're gonna set these aside. Next, you are going to need about a quarter of a cup of chopped up sweet potatoes. So we peeled them and rinsed them, and now we chopped them up. And we're gonna set these aside. But I did save a couple pieces to see if the dogs would eat them raw, which we know most of them will. Memphis says yes. Oakley says yes. Shelby says no. Oakley's got hers over there. One more try? Well, she tried it the second time. Maybe she does like it. Next, we are going to take a quarter of a cup of chopped up carrots. I basically just took a few little carrots, chopped them up into little pieces. We are also going to set these aside, and there is a reason for it. Who wants a carrot? You want this one? Oh my, you want this one? Oh my, you want this one? Shelby says, Mom, dip. You don't want carrot at all? Carrots are so good for you. Do you want me to dip it in some breadcrumbs? Here, breadcrumbs on a carrot, is that better? Apparently, breadcrumbs make a good dip for carrots. So even though I chopped these up pretty fine, I'm actually gonna go ahead and take all of these and put them together in my food processor and chop them up even more. This is a treat that we're gonna roll out and have flat, so these chunks are a little bit big for that. Pour them all in there, now we're gonna chop them up a little better. As you can see, they turn out nice and chopped. Now we're gonna put this in a bowl. So now that all of the carrots, cranberries, and sweet potatoes are chopped up, we're gonna go ahead and add the rest of the wet ingredients to this bowl. 1 tablespoon of coconut cooking oil, 1 egg, and 1 cup of turkey, because it's not really Thanksgiving without turkey, right? You can either use what I'm using is I'm using ground turkey, and I didn't cook it ahead of time. You can, but I'm just gonna let it cook in the oven with the treats. You can also use a cup of already cooked turkey, just chop it up really fine, or put it in the food processor and pretty much like obliterate it into nothing. Any kind of turkey will work. If you're using a turkey that you've already cooked, make sure you don't use any skin, and make sure that there's not like a ton of seasonings. Like if you cooked it with anything with onion, don't use it. So basically, I would take a little bit of turkey and set it aside if you're gonna do this for Thanksgiving, and make sure that there's nothing extra on it for the dogs if you're going to add it to this recipe. Add that right in. And now, we're basically just gonna stir this together a little bit, make sure that egg gets broken up, kind of make sure this turkey gets mixed up into everything. If you really want to, you can do this in your food processor as well. It would probably work pretty good. I just now thought of that. So, yeah. Most of the time when you guys see me making treats, I'm making them at the same time that you're seeing them be done. So we're figuring this out with you guys as well. Now we're going to take a little bit bigger of a bowl, and we are going to add 3.5 cups of whole wheat flour. You can use like a rice flour. If you want to substitute any other types of flour, you can just Google substitutions. Some of them are going to work, some of them aren't. But if you're looking for like a gluten-free type of flour, you could pretty much substitute white rice flour 1 for 1 with this. The treats will be a little bit less dense. And then a quarter of a cup of breadcrumbs. Basically, we just want to mix this together a little bit, make sure the breadcrumbs get mixed in there. There's not a whole lot of breadcrumbs, so I'm pretty sure it'll be just fine. Now we're going to take all these wet ingredients that we mixed together and we're going to add them to the flour, and we are going to create our dough. And usually, as usual, we'll probably start off mixing it with a spoon and then eventually go to mixing it with our hands. Now as you're mixing the dough, if it seems like it's just a little bit too dry and crumbly, go ahead and add a little bit of water to it. So I ended up adding about a cup of water to my mixture to make it a good dough. Again, that is entirely going to depend on what kind of turkey you use and how moist it is. You can also use like a turkey broth as well. So now we've got our dough, and we're going to take and we are going to roll it out. We're going to take my favorite rolling pin, affiliate link in the video description below, and we're actually, you can roll these out to like 1/4 of an inch thick, but I'm going to do a little bit thinner, and I'm going to do a 1/6 of an inch thick, just so that they cook a little bit faster. We're going to go ahead and roll these out. And then we're going to take our little cookie cutters. I found some in the shape of a turkey. They're little tiny ones, but I also have some bones as well. And we're going to go ahead and cut out some cookies. This is pretty much what they're gonna look like. They're gonna look like little turkeys. So that's pretty much what they're gonna look like. We're gonna cut out a whole bunch of these and put them on our cookie sheet, and then we are going to bake them for about 25 to 30 minutes, and they should be nice and done. All right, before they're cooked, let's see what they think. Wanna try that? How did I know she'd take that? She's like, I'll take that. Everything all mixed together, she'll take that. Oakley's like, oh, I would take that. What about you? All right, we're gonna pop these in the oven and see how they turn out. They do smell amazing already, so we're gonna cook them and see what happens. Also, I wanted to let you guys know, down in the video description below, there will be a link to our new YouTube channel. It is called Cooking with the Snow Dogs. It is actually going to be cooking for people. A lot of you guys have been asking us to do it. We've been wanting to do it for a long time, so my buddy Greg and my husband Jamie are going to be helping me out with it, and we are going to make a cooking channel. So if you want to check that out, there will be a link down below. If you want to see us make more fun things, we'll learn together. I'm not very good at cooking, for those of you that don't know, so trust me, it'll be interesting. All right, they're all done. So I ended up leaving them in the oven for about 30 minutes, and then I shut the oven off and left them in for about another hour, and they turned out super crunchy. Are you girls ready to try them? You ready to try the cookies? Think they're gonna be good? All right, let's try it. All right, Shelby, you first? Yeah, there you go. First I gave him a little one that's shaped like turkey. But those are little, so we did make a couple shaped like bones as well. Look at that crunchiness. Here, would you like this one too? Good stuff? Best stuff ever? Heck yeah, this is amazing. Alright, same thing. Small cookie first. It's so crunchy. Wait. Super crunchy stuff. Memphis says, I like it. It's good. I will eat 10 more. Alright, Oakley's turn. Don't jump, you have stitches in your leg. Little cookie first. Oakley, want a bone too? It turned out nice and crunchy. Good stuff. Alright you guys, well that is all we have for today's treat video. Let us know down in the comments below if this is something you are going to be making for your dog for Thanksgiving. And if you have any suggestions for other treat videos we should do, leave them down in the comments below. Again, more treat videos up in the cards and down in the video description below. As always, you guys, if you're new to this channel and you like what you saw, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like this video, and share it with your friends to help us grow the audience. As always, thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, stay positive, dream big, and we will see you again soon. You say goodbye? You say goodbye? Oakley says, 7 more days and I get my stitches out of my leg. 7 more days till you can run around and play again, honey.